Okay, here we go. This is Unit 1, Lesson 1 for Geometry, Points, Lines, and Planes. So this is going to be the look of your math for this year. Typically, I'm going to have a packet for every week, and there's usually 2 pages of notes, a few pages of practice problems, and then some application stuff. All right, so the first thing we need to do is go through some vocab that we're going to be using. All right, so on your packets, you will need to kind of finish out. I got these things started for you, but you're going to need to kind of finish it up and write this stuff down. So a point indicates location, but it has no size. Okay, and so we're just going to name it with a capital letter as an example, point A, B, C, and what have you. Okay, so if we're going to write a picture of that, that should be pretty easy. Just going to, just a little dot and label it A. It's not very good. Try that again. Here's my point, and I'm going to call it A. All right. The next one, a line, is represented by a straight path that extends in 2 opposite directions without end and has no thickness. A line contains infinitely many points. Okay, so if we're going to put some points on here, let's just recognize that that's not the only 2 points that could be on there. Okay, and so the way we're going to label this or name a line, we have kind of 2 options. Option 1 is we can name it by any 2 points. So if we have a line, remember it extends both directions without end. So we're going to put, it's very important to put the arrows on the end there. If we have a point here, let's see, here and here, and we're going to call these points A and B, we can label this, just put the line on top, A, B. Also, it doesn't really matter the direction of this. We could call it BA. That's totally fine too. The second option is we could, you might see it where we'd label a line with a cursive letter. So you might see line L, something like that. Okay? So I don't know if we need to write another picture. Just basically, when we're writing out a line, make sure that we put the arrows going both ways. Okay? And then when we're identifying it, make sure that we put that arrow on top. Okay? All right. The next one, a plane. A plane is represented by a flat surface that extends without end and has no thickness. A plane contains infinitely many points. All right, so let's do a picture of this one first. So a plane, kind of think about it as a sheet of paper, but just kind of envision or think about it as it never actually ends. Okay, so we could say A, B, C, let's do one more, D. Okay, and we can label a plane or name it. We might do it, we have kind of 2 options here. We could use any 3 points on a plane. Okay, so what I always do is kind of just make a little box, and then I could call this A, B, D. All right, or CBD, it doesn't really matter. We could do any one we want. I'm going to do ABD, and that's what it's going to refer to. The other way is we might see plane. I'm going to put, it won't have a dot by it, but you might have capital letter in the corner there, and so that we could also label this as, and just writing out in words, plane P. All right, moving on. Those should be pretty familiar. These might be a little bit newer to us, but they should kind of just make sense. Collinear points are lines that lie on the same line. Okay, so let's just write a picture here, a line. So if it's a line, I got to make sure there's arrows on it, right? So I'm going to write D, E, G. All right, so those would be collinear points because all of those points are on the same line. Okay, that makes sense, right? And the next one, coplanar points, pretty similar. Coplanar points are points and lines that lie on the same plane. So we not just necessarily not just points, but we could all have coplanar lines as well. Okay, so just to draw a picture of that, here is a plane, and I'm going to write, how about we do coplanar lines? And that would just be one like this, and maybe one like that. So those two lines are contained on that same plane. All right, hopefully that makes sense. The next thing you're going to want to fill in here, space is considered the set of all possible points. Okay, so hopefully we can recognize here that we have this plane. We could label this as plane P and just write it out, or we could label it with the 3 points like I said before, like R, V, Q. Okay, but hopefully we recognize that T and N are not on this same plane. All right. So let's go through here. Let's look at these questions. What are two other ways to name QT? And what are they referring to by this QT? We'll look on top, zoom in a little bit. There's an arrow on both sides. So that means they are referring to the line QT. All right, so let's see here. Maybe I'll use a different color. QT is this point here, and T, but it's a line, so it's going this way. Right, so they must be referring to this vertical line, right? So what would be another way to name this? Well, we can also see that N is collinear, right? So I could say point NQ would be another way, NQ, or another way would to say NT, because those are on the same plane too. So there's two ways to label that same line. Okay, next question. What are two other ways to name plane P? So plane P, they named it by identifying it with the capital letter, but there's no point here. Hopefully we recognize that. So we can name that plane with 3 coplanar points, and it doesn't matter which ones we pick, but I'm going to go R, V, Q would be one way. So I'm going to just make a little box and do R, V, Q. That's one way. Another way, let's do Q, V, and S. I try to not to name them as R, Q, S because those are collinear, but also coplanar. It certainly is fine, but I think if you go with like another dimension, right? If you go not just on the same line, that makes it clear that it's a plane and not just a line. So I'm going to go here with Q, R, not R. I'm going to do Q, V, S. Okay. And let's see, name 3 collinear points. Okay, well, we did just mention that NQT were collinear, but we could also say that on a different line, this line L, we could say that R, Q, and S are collinear. Okay, so let's do point R, Q, and S. All right, last one here, name a point not coplanar with RSV. Okay, so let's identify RSV. I think we already did that, didn't we? RSV. Okay, so they named just the same plane P, just one different way. So R, S, and V. Those are those 3 points right there. So name any point that's not on this plane. Okay, well that would be point T or point T, or sorry, point N. So N or T would work for that one. All right. Okay, moving on. Let's see, got a few more definitions. we have the first one here, a segment. A segment is a part of a line that consists of two endpoints and all of the points in between. Okay, so let's make a picture here. The key difference here is there is no arrows here. We have dots that signify that it ends there. Okay, so there is line segment AB, and you name it or you identify it just the same way as a line, except we don't write the arrows, we just write the dots there. All right. Next one, a ray is a part of a line that consists of one endpoint and all of the points on the line in one direction. Okay, I don't really love that definition, but a ray, think of a ray like a ray of sunshine, right? There's a stopping point, or like the sun, and then the ray goes out infinitely in one direction. Okay, so we could label this point A, B, and again, naming it, we can just do the same thing, right? Your points A, B, but just signify that you can identify it like that. A point on one end and the arrow in the other direction. All right, and last one for this video would be opposite rays. Opposite rays are two rays that share an endpoint and form a line. Okay, so let's draw a picture here first. Okay, there's my line, and let's do A and B. Hold on a second. All right, now let's put a point in the middle here. Oops. Put a point right here, and let's call that point C. All right, and so I think the tricky part here that confuses students is, or can be confusing, is an opposite ray can't, the opposite ray has to be touching, okay, because they have to form a line. That part is important. Okay, so hopefully we see that there is one ray like going this way, and then there was another ray going that way. Okay, so if we're going to identify these opposite rays, I would say CB and CA. Okay, and I know that CA goes this direction, but technically you're supposed to just identify them the same way. If you identify them, you know, as CA going the other direction, that's fine. I will totally be cool with that. Just kind of being technical there. Just make sure the big thing here is that, like I said, order didn't really matter here. You know, we could definitely have, for this segment, we could call this segment BA, but we can't identify opposite rays as BC or AC. The C has to be, or not the C necessarily, but the endpoint has to be written first. Okay? All right, that's pretty much it for this video. There's some practice problems I want you guys to give a shot. Okay, so why don't you guys go to the practice problem section here. Should look like this, and give practice problems 1 through 8 a shot, and then when you are done with that, you can watch the next video for the end of the notes, and then we can move on to the next portion. All right, we'll see you at the next video.